Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How you doing? This is Coach Carvel Bailey, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Lunch and Learn. Another episode of Lunch and Learn. But before we get into Lunch and Learn, let's get into our intro.
Yo, just so you understand it, this is Coach Carvel Bailey's program with the spirit of Bob Hambry. This is Blessed to Ball, helping athletes, and we represent. Study your craft, your mentality leads to excellence. It's all about your mindset. We'll never stop addressing this, so be positive and not a pessimist. Confidence took James Harden higher. If you really want it, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard as carbon fiber, but we got you. From counseling to workshops, we do it. You'll go farther with a scholarship. We'll help you get recruited. Yo, anyone can dribble and shoot, but it's the ones who study basketball internally that make it to Duke University. Knowledge goes around. The game is played from the neck up and not from the shoulders down. This is Blessed to Ball, helping you with obstacles. The athletes are the rocket. Blessed to Ball is the rocket fuel. If you hit a wall, we can help you slowly climb it. So keep a Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant. Blessed to Ball. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Blessed to Ball. Use your mentality to master the craft. Blessed to Ball. Come join our team. It's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Blessed to Ball. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Blessed to Ball. Use your mentality to master the craft. Blessed to Ball. Come join our team. It's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Yo, Coach Carvel Bailey. Hey, listen to your coach, man. He ain't no scrub off the street. That man got credentials, academic and street. Believe it. And my name is Strategic.
All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Lunch and Learn. I am your host, Coach Carvel Bailey. And before we get started, so today I just got a couple things that I want to talk about, right? So it's spring ball now. So let's talk spring ball. So it's a lot happening now that the abbreviated basketball season is over for 2020, 2021. And so now we have a lot of spring ball coming up. We have a lot of things taking place now, right during the spring before we get into the summer. And so I just want to talk about just some spring growth, right? Spring growth for your athlete, right? Again, definitely let me know where you're checking in from. Where you are checking in from. Definitely let me know the city and state that you're checking in from. So when we talk about spring growth, right, I'm gonna give you 4 points today, and then I'm gonna get out of here, right? 4 quick things when we talk about spring growth. So the first thing, like now that the season is over, right? So our athletes or your athletes are thinking about, okay, what's going on? What do I need to improve on? What am I not good at? All of those different things. And it can be troublesome and it can be frustrating for a lot of parents during springtime because you have a lot of different parents in your ear, or a lot of different coaches in your ear, a lot of different people telling you, okay, they should be doing this, doing that. This is the first thing that I want you to do. I'm gonna give you 4 quick points and then we out of here. Point 1, get you an assessment, right? Have a true assessment for your athlete. Here's what I mean by that. Really, really find out, right? And so the assessment 1 should come from between you and your athlete. Sit down with your athlete and really, really find out. Have them write like 2 to 3 things that they do exceptionally well on one side of the paper. And then have them do like 2 or 3 things that they do that they need improvement on, right? Get an assessment from them. Find out what they think about themselves. Now, you give your own assessment as the parent. When I talk to parents all the time, as they are applying into our Hoops Mastery University program, right? I speak to them all the time. And sometimes what the parent thinks and what the athlete thinks are 2 totally different things. So let the athlete write down theirs and then you write down yours, right? Now, that's the first assessment. That's the first line of defense to really know if you all are on the same page, right? Are they seeing what you seeing, and are you seeing what they seeing in terms of what they do well and what needs improvement? That's one. Get an assessment, right? Now, from that assessment, now you really have to identify what can we strengthen and what do we really not need to worry about, right? Because you don't need to worry about all aspects of the game depending on your athlete. I know a lot of people won't tell you this, but yes, your athlete at 5'6" should be able to rebound. But if your athlete is spending all their time at 5'6", 5'8", thinking about rebounding as opposed to something else, they're probably wasting a lot of time, right? So get an assessment, a true assessment. Now, if you really want a true assessment, then I definitely have a questionnaire. You can reach out to me. I can help you and your athlete really get that assessment and that questionnaire from wherever you are in the country, right? I can send you this questionnaire, right? And it will totally break down what your athletes' behavior strengths are, as well as what some of their tendencies are based on their behavior strengths. And now they understand that how that works with what you both have written down. So after you get the assessment, now you got to really come up with a plan. Okay, now you know what needs to be strengthened and what we need to pay a little bit more attention to moving into the future. So after you get that assessment, the second point, right, and somebody can drop it, those that are on, you could definitely drop point one, the assessment. Point two, now after you have that assessment, you got to come up with a plan, right? Mm-hmm. And from that plan is what are we cutting out of this assessment, right? And what are we really focusing on? So now you have to come up with a plan, because even though you have the assessment, you have to have a plan on how to attack the assessment, if that makes sense, right? How to improve those things and how to double down on those strengths also. And then the third thing, right, after you get the assessment, now after you get the plan, you got to come up with a schedule, right? I don't want to see you parents this summer running from one gym to the other gym, from one state to the other state, right? Double booking and all those things. And your athlete is just totally burned out. Don't do that. Don't do that. Literally come up with a schedule. Come up with a schedule. What days will they play, right? What days will they work out or train, whichever word you want to use? And then what days are they going to get their mental performance or the sports psychology portion in? And then when are they going to rest, right? It can't just be one. It has to be all four. Does that make sense? It can't just be one. It can't just be play. And don't necessarily allow for the coaches to dictate when this schedule is going to be. If they're playing for a team, find out what days those are. Find out what days those are, and then maybe you can work that into your schedule. If those days interfere with the skill or training work, right, that may consist of the strength and conditioning. And I did a video about this maybe 2 months ago. Y'all can go back and check it out. One of the lunch and learns. And I talked about the things that athletes should be doing when you're picking, right, a coach, a trainer, a teacher, whatever. So now with that development, that physical development, that also is that strength training. So now they're playing, now they're getting skill work and or training, right? Now they have to get the mental work, right? The mental aspect of it and or the sports psychology portion of it. And then they have to rest. So all four of these things are important. So after you get the assessment, then you get the plan. Now you got to come up with a schedule. And it has to be a schedule, again, that incorporates all four of those things, but allows for the athlete to really continue to stay fueled, one, and continue to be at their best, at their optimal performance peak. And you do that by allowing them to have rest, allowing them to work on their mind, allowing them to work on their body, allowing them to work on their game. Right? So that's step 3. And then the fourth thing is you all really got to find a coach, right? Find a coach that can be able to, one, do one of those three things, right? As well as a coach that can also probably help you with a plan and a schedule if you don't have one already. So after the assessment, now we have to plan it out, right? What's the plan? How are we going to attack this based on the assessment? And now what's our schedule going to be to implement the plan to be able to attack the assessment, right? And then you have to find a coach that can help you, that can meet that schedule, that can help you with the plan, and that can then help you with the assessment and what needs to be looked at and paid attention to. If you do those things during the springtime, it makes the summer that much more rewarding, right? Because the springtime is work time now. It's really, really work time. And for those parents, right, for those of you that like really, really like believe in AAU and want to do, that's fine. Go ahead. But understand, is it more exposure that you're told that you're going to get in the springtime or in the summer? That's a question you have to ask yourself. I personally believe in the summer. So springtime is all about work. Springtime is all about work. And I assure you, if your athlete can put in 4 to 6 good weeks of what I just spoke about, by week 7, you're going to see a difference. But you got to have the assessment first. And then the second thing is you got to have a plan that's going to work and it's proven. And then you have to have a schedule to be able to meet the demands of that plan. And then the fourth thing is, right, having that coach or that accountability partner to be able to help you get there. All right. Spring work. Nice and sweet. Under 13 minutes. Anybody got any questions, comments, concerns for your athlete as you get ready to go into this spring season or as you're already into this spring season? All right. So I haven't been on here in a while. I just wanted to pop on. I wanted to be to drop that, right? Drop those quick nuggets, right? Hopefully somebody will not only pay attention to them, but will implement them. Does that make sense? Right? It's not just paying attention and getting the information. Let's not just consume information. Let's start to put the information into practice and start to implement that. And that's when you will see tremendous strides in your athlete. Right. And again, listen, if you all haven't had a chance to check out my free training, then go do that at BeTheRightRecruit.com. Right. It's flashing down below. BeTheRightRecruit.com is going to really, really help you understand, right, what college coaches are looking for and dispel a lot of myths and things that you've probably heard or been taught or told as a parent, right, to be able to help your kid get better recruited. Again, it comes down to all of those things that I just mentioned. All right. And so if you like our help implement any of these things, then definitely reach out to us. You can apply to work with us and book your breakthrough strategy call. And here's where we will help your athlete, right, come up with numbers 1 and 2, basically, right? That assessment and that strategy based on our conversation. If you want a much more deeper scientific assessment, definitely reach out to me and I can get you the link over for that. It's helping college coaches all over the country. So what do you think it's going to do for your college-bound athlete? All right. So until next time, Coach Carvel Bailey, I'll talk to y'all a little bit later on. Peace.
Yo, just so you understand it, this is Coach Carvel Bailey's program with the spirit of Bob Hambry. This is Bless the Ball, helping athletes, and we represent. Study your craft, your mentality leads to excellence. It's all about your mindset. We'll never stop addressing this, so be positive and not a pessimist. Confidence took James Harden higher. If you really want it, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard as carbon fiber, but we got you. From counseling to workshops, we do it. You'll go farther with a scholarship. We'll help you get recruited. Yo, anyone can dribble and shoot, but it's the ones who study basketball internally that make it to Duke University. Knowledge goes around. The game is played from the neck up and not from the shoulders down. This is Bless the Ball, helping you with obstacles. The athletes are the rocket. Bless the Ball is the rocket fuel. If you hit a wall, we can help you slowly climb it. So keep a Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant. Bless the Ball. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Bless the Ball. Use your mentality to master the craft. Bless the Ball. Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Bless the Ball. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Bless the Ball. Use your mentality to master the craft. Bless the Ball. Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Yo, Coach Carvel Bailey. Hey, listen to your coach, man. He ain't no scrub off the street. That man got credentials, academic and street. Believe it. And my name is Strategic.